So, I'll give you another video on cell phone bills and everything else for Ukraine, and why you may not need to deal with an international plan from the US. So, to understand, in the US, we're used to having a $50 to up to a $200 cell phone bill. But here in Ukraine, you can have a cell phone bill as little as $2 to about, say, maybe $8 a month. Now, this will be between, say, about 70 grivna to about 200 grivna, and maybe even a little over 200 grivna. But to understand, the cell phone bills are less generally, but they are not unlimited. Kyivstar does have an unlimited plan for almost $10 a month. And so that is that. But I have a lifecell plan where I have like 40 gigs of data, which I never use completely. All for the fun price of about, say, $6 to $7 per month. Now, I can tell you what I also do on the side is because I pay everything with card. Now, I absolutely pay everything with card. But when I have loose change, 10 grivna, 20 grivna, 100 grivna, whatever it is, I'm feeding it to the machine. There's these kiosks in Lviv and in Ukraine that you basically deposit money on your phone. It's a little kiosk terminal that you just put money on and boom. Now, to understand, I have probably about 800 grivna on my phone balance. So I will not need to pay my phone bill for the next, like 6 months, maybe 7 months almost. And every month it'll just take out 150 grivna, or roughly about $4 to $5, maybe a little close to $6. But I have almost like about $30 on there, and you can max it out at $50 for lifecell. But at the same time, I can tell you it doesn't really matter what network you use. There are times where the data will just drop for maybe 5 minutes or a minute or so, but the LTE will come back. And that sometimes you have to power off the phone and power it on. Sometimes. At the same time, too, to understand, Ukraine has just gotten LTE data, and that just from within last year. They actually call it 4.5G, but it is really LTE in the US. So in Ukraine has just gotten 4G from 3GS, and that. Now, the US, we're going in the 5G. But the cost of a cell phone bill is extremely inexpensive. But again, understand, they don't really have an unlimited plan. Kyivstar has a unlimited data plan, but this is not for minutes. The minutes are, you'll get either like say 200 or 400 or 100 or 500, and it'll be to the same network, the same lifecell or Kyivstar network, but it will cost to call to another network. They include this with these tariff plans. They call them tariff plans. But that is how cell phone bills are here in Ukraine.